Let's go to page 135, and this is lesson 3-7. And the objective of this lesson is to graph linear inequalities in two variables. So when you graph inequalities, okay, so this is called a boundary line, and this is called a half plane, and this is another half plane. Now this is called an open half plane because the boundary line is not part of the answer. So when you have like greater than or less than, you're going to get dashed line. Okay? And when you get to the next page, when you have a solid line like this is called a closed half plane. And this is when you have an equal, like this over here, when you have less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Okay. So when you have greater than or equal to, so there's a little equal down below. So you're going to get solid line. Okay, so let's go over some examples. Okay, on page 136, example 1, it says graph 3x plus 2y plus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. Again, there are many ways you can graph this. So I'm going to use the intercept points. So I'm going to minus 4 on both sides to put in the standard form. So I get 3x plus 2y is greater than or equal to negative 4. Okay. Then I'm going to get the intercept points. Again, in the book, it uses the slope intercept form. But again, like I said, you can use different forms. Okay, so I'm going to let x equal to 0. So when you're looking for boundary line, you have to treat this as equal. So if you let x equal to 0, then the y will equal to negative 2. Okay? And if you let y equal to 0, then x would be negative 4 over 3. Okay. So now let's go and graph that. Okay, so first point is 0, negative 2. And this is going to be closed circle because there's an equal right over here, so it's going to be filled in. Okay, and then you have the negative 4 over 3. So it's negative 1 1/3, so it's about right over here. Okay. So negative 4 over 3, 0. Okay, and then you just connect the two dots. Again, like I said, there are many ways you can do this. Another way to do this is looking for slope. The slope is equal to negative a over b, and this will equal to negative 3 over 2. Okay, so that means once you get this point, okay, if you make the negative on the bottom, so you go up 3, go over 2, right? So go up 3. So that's another way. Again, like I said, there are many ways you can do this. You can go up 3 and you go over 2. Okay, and so you get this point instead of over here. So this gives you probably a nice point. Okay, so again, so once you get a point, you can use it as a starting point, and you can go up 3, go over 2, right, using your graph. Okay, then after that, because inequality, there are infinite number of answers, so you need to look for which half plane is true. So what you want to do is you want to choose any point that is not on the line and use it as a testing point. Okay, so I'm going to use 0, 0 as my testing point. So that's your x equal to 0, y equal to 0. So I'm going to put this over here to test if this is true. Okay, so if I put this in here, I get 3 times 0 plus 2 times 0 is greater than or equal to negative 4. Now the reason I choose 0 because everything is going to be 0, right? So you got 0 is greater than or equal to negative 4. So this is true. So this point is true. Okay, that means this point is good. So if this point is good, that means this side is good. Okay, that means all the infinite number of points on this side is good, and so that would be your answer. Okay, so you cut it in, and that's it. Okay, let's go to example 2. You want to graph 5x minus 4y is greater than 10. Okay, so again, I'm going to use the intercept method. So if I let x equal to 0, then y will equal to negative 10 over 4. Okay. If I let y equal to 0, and I get x equal to 2. Okay. Okay. So again, you don't have to worry about too much about simplifying yet. Okay, so this would be equal to negative 2.5, right? So it'd be 0, negative 2.5. And it's going to be an open circle. Okay, open circle because there's no equal. And then you're going to have 2, comma 0. Okay, so because this is doesn't have an equal, so this would be open. Okay, and so it would be dashed line. Okay, so again, this is the dashed line, this is a solid line. Okay, now I'm going to do the testing point again. I'm going to choose 0, 0 as my testing point. So 0, 0, and I put 0 in here, put 0, all this is going to be 0. So I'm going to get 0 is greater than 10. Okay, so this is false. 0 is greater than 10 is false. That means this point is false. So this point is no good. So that means this side is good. Okay? And that's your answer. So again, you want to use a testing point that is not on the line. And that way, you want to test if this is good or not. If it's good, then this side is good. If this is no good, then this side is no good. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next example. Example 3, you have x is less than 2. So when you have x, when you don't have y, then you're going to have vertical line. And so this is 2. So it'll be 1, 2, and it's going to be a dashed line. Okay? And it's going to be less than, so this one you don't have to do the testing point because this side is less than 2, right? And so there will be a graph. Okay. Okay, example 4. You want to graph the system, you got x plus y is less than equal to 6, and you got 2y is greater than x. Okay. Okay, so that's going to divide by 2. So you got y is greater than 1/2 x. Okay, now when you're graphing more than 1, what you need to do is you graph 1 completely before you graph the next one. Okay, so let's go and graph this one first. So if you let x equal to 0, then y will equal to 6. If you let y equal to 0, then x will equal to 6. Okay, so 0, 6 is right over here, and it's going to be a closed circle, and this is 6, 0. It's going to be over here. Okay, then you have to do the testing point. So they can choose 0, choose any point that is not on the line. 0, 0 is your easiest point. So I put 0, 0 in here. I'm going to get 0 is less than or equal to 6. So this is true. So your shading will be right here. Again, when you have multiple inequality, you want to do it lightly. Okay? Okay, now that's going to do this one. This one you can use the slope intercept form. So over here the intercept is 0. So start right over here, and it's going to be open circle. Okay, and the slope is 1 over 2. So you have to go up 1 over 2. Right? This is go up. This is over. So go up 1 over 2. Okay, go up 1 over 2. Okay, and right over here. Okay, again, now when you're doing a testing point, okay, it cannot be on the line. So this one you cannot use 0, 0 as your testing point. So what you want to do is I'm going to use 1, 1, okay, right over here. The reason I use 1, 1 is because they are same numbers. So that way if you put in the wrong place, then you're still okay. Okay, so you're going to have 1 is greater than 1/2 times 1. So 1 is greater than 1/2. So this is true. So this half is true. Okay, so you're going to get this half over here. Okay. Then your final answer is the part that gets shaded twice. So this is no good because this only once. So this is good for this, but not good for this. And this one is no good. So your final answer is this region right over here. So you make it dark. Okay, dark it in. Okay, so that's your final answer. So again, all the points over here will be good for both inequalities. Okay, so you can do the shading lightly and darken your final answer. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, you have x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. You got 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to 12. And you got x minus 2y is greater or equal to -4. Okay. So for this one, what you need to do is, so when you have 4 inequalities, you want to graph the hardest one first, because as you progress, it's going to get more complicated. So if you do the easy one first and do the hard one later, then it's going to be so confusing already, and you're going to do the hard one, it's going to be even make it compound the problem. Okay. So again, you want to graph the hardest one first. So this one over here, I'm going to make x equal to 0. So y will equal to 6. Okay, and if I let y equal to 0, x will equal to 4. Okay. So first point 0, 6. So it's right over here. Next one is 4, 0. Okay, again, remember, completely done with one before you go on to the other, so or else you're going to get very confused. Okay, so that is a graph for this one, and I'm going to use 0, 0 as my testing point. So 0 over here, put in here, you're going to get 0 is less than or equal to 12. So this is true. Okay, so this point is true for this line. So I'm going to shade in lightly. Okay, so again, so make sure you complete one before you go on to the next one. Don't graph, and then try to shade. Okay, you're going to be so confused. Okay, so again, graph, shading, then after that, go to the next one. Okay, so that x equal to 0, y will equal to 2. That y equal to 0, x will equal to -4. Okay, okay, so 0, 2 is right over here, and this is going to be a closed circle. And -4, 0. It's going to be right over here. So that's going to graph that. Again, I'm going to use 0, 0 as a testing point. So put 0, 0 in here, you're going to get 0 greater or equal to -4. So this is true. So this is true. And when you're doing the shading, you kind of do it perpendicular to the line. Okay? Again, just do it lightly. So make it perpendicular to the line. Okay. Now we can go to this one. You want x greater than 0. So x greater than 0, this is going to be a dashed line right over here. It's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to just use this over here. So you can see it's going to be dashed lines. Okay? And it's going to be greater than, so it's going to be going this way. Okay? Then I'm going to do the y is greater than 0. So y is greater than 0. It's going to be this dashed line right over here. Okay? And you're going to graph above it. So it's going to be vertical this way. Okay, so now you have to look very closely. Okay, your final answer is a part that got shaded in 4 times. Okay, so it'd be this region right over here. Okay, so you might want to get a highlighter or coloring pencil or something like that. So this is the answer. So all the points in here would be good for all 4 points.